So, hey everybody, this is Cleta Colson-Eyre. It is I always have to look at my calendar, November the 22nd, 2020. And I am really excited to come to you guys tonight with a really special message. And some of you may realize what today is, but it is an important day for a lot of us in our memories. And if you're new to Mary Kay, you might not realize this, but um, in 2001, on November the 22nd, Mary Kay, our founder, passed away. And it happened to be that year, on November the 22nd in 2001, that was Thanksgiving Day. And I remember after we had Thanksgiving and everybody had gone home, and I was at my house, and I got a phone call from Cindy Farley, actually, who was one of our unit members and one of my dear Mary Kay friends. And she called me and told me that Mary Kay had died, that I don't remember who told her. And I just remember thinking, I just can't believe it, And I have been in Mary Kay since 1985. So that was 7 years with Mary Kay. No, 16 years. Yeah. Let's see if I can add a little bit. 16 years with Mary Kay, where the 5 years before she passed away, she came to seminar only one time because she had a stroke and she lost her ability to speak. And so she would have meetings at her house and she would type what she wanted to tell people because her brain was still there. And she did come on stage one time and it was very emotional. She could just talk out if you've ever seen someone that had a stroke, and it was just very short, and that she said she loved us, and they had her like propped up, and I know Latrice was there, and it was very emotional. I mean, like it would really struck me worse than I thought it would. And so they had her funeral where we could actually watch it online, and it was amazing. And I was just thinking about her today and how she left such a legacy. And y'all know I've been studying my little book of 21 Laws of Leadership. And the very last chapter, the 21st law, is the law of legacy. And the whole book was about you, like what kind of legacy are you leaving as a leader? And one of the things that asks us to do is think about what you would want people to say at your funeral. Like if you drop dead today, God forbid, what would people say about you at your funeral? Have you left a legacy for your children, for your family, for your friends? I mean, what would people say? And it's something to think about. And there was one of the directors when I was doing this class that said they went to a workshop, and they actually one of their assignments was to take a piece of paper and write out your obituary, what you would want someone else to say about you at your funeral. Like when it's all said and done, what would you like it to say? And then they were talking about how it was very eye-opening. This director said, it's very eye-opening to me. And I thought, I need to really change the way some of the things I'm doing so that I can leave that legacy that I want to live. And, when Mary Kay left us, she's definitely left a legacy. I mean, and we were talking about the whole idea of leaving a legacy. And one of our directors that's on our call that we do, she is in her 20s, so she might be 30 by now. But she said she had a younger woman that just joined Mary Kay, and she is a new consultant. And she said, I have a question. She goes, why do y'all talk so much about Mary Kay Ash? And, it's funny because those of us that have been in the company a while, we're like, how dare you not talk about it? But if you think about it, other companies, other direct selling companies, and other companies in general, they don't really talk about their founder. I mean, like I think about like Tupperware and Peppered Chef and some of these people. I mean, I don't work for them, but I don't know who their founder is. You know what I mean? And I don't hear people really talking about their founder that much, because a lot of times when you get in the company, I mean, really you're getting in the company to sell whatever they sell, right? Just like if I start selling for, IBM or something. I mean, I don't know who founded IBM. I would just think they're great IBM computers. That's what I want to sell, or something like that. And so, I think it's something that like we need to pass on and talk about a little bit more in our Mary Kay, so that we don't forget who started this company and why it's special and why it's different than other companies out there, and what makes us stay with Mary Kay. And I think some people that quit Mary Kay, they really did not understand the legacy Mary Kay was trying to hand down. They just thought it was about selling lipsticks. And that's why it was easy for them to quit and go on to sell something else, because they didn't really have the heart of what Mary Kay was trying to do. And it really was not to beautify America. I mean, believe it or not, that or the world for that matter, it was really to enrich women's lives and help them feel better on the inside. That was her deal. I mean, and yes, to provide a good income and all of that. And the cosmetics was a vehicle that she could use for that. And so I saw something in her book, Miracles Happen. I know a lot of you have the Mary Kay autobiography. And in the chat, it's kind of funny because, and I just noticed this right now. This is my book, This is the Law of Legacy. And look at this chapter right here in Mary Kay's book. It's chapter 21. The same chapter. Isn't that something, right? And so I wanted to read what Mary Kay thought about leaving a legacy. And, this Mary Kay, wrote this book. Okay. So this is her words. And it said, they were asking her about, well, what about when you're not here, Mary Kay? I mean, yeah, it's going good now, but what about when you're not here? And she said, that she believes there were three greatest strengths in our company, and that the greatest strength in Mary Kay is our people. That's what she said. As I said earlier, we're not only in the cosmetics business, we're in the people business. And as a people-oriented company, our primary goal is to offer women career opportunities. In turn, these women fulfill the need of other women by teaching them good skincare. In other words, our whole reason for existence is to give people the opportunity to enrich their lives. We also follow that principle inside the company as we encourage every employee to grow toward his or her full potential. And that's why a lot of people in Mary Kay have worked through the ranks in Mary Kay. Like they were here, and they promote within a lot. And you'll hear that in Mary Kay, that someone will get up and say, like we say, I've been in Mary Kay 35 years. They get up and say, I've been with Mary Kay Cosmetics for 18 years. I started out as the secretary for the something, 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 and now I'm the vice president of whatever, and so they promote within too, and they promote people within, which is pretty cool. And she said, without all those wonderful people, there would be no Mary Kay Cosmetics. Of course, it's important to realize every company has a natural turnover of people, and as time goes by, this is simply human nature. I mean, the nature of human existence. But a company remains strong because of its philosophy. A company with a strong basic philosophy can survive anything, even a major change in its products. And it goes on to talk about some other things. And it says, people change, even products change, but over the course of time, it's the strength of the company's philosophy that will determine whether or not it endures. And the Mary Kay philosophy rests on these simple, beautiful ideas. And I want to read you what Mary Kay Ash thought was most important about our company. And I think it's something that you really want to include in your presentations, in your sales presentations and things, because that's what makes us different, you guys. She said, the first and most important is the golden rule. We teach our people to treat each other as they would like for themselves to be treated. Sometimes we call this our go-give spirit, and we accord special recognition to those individuals who show that spirit in outstanding ways. Many outsiders believe it just can't work, but we know that it does work. Our people cheerfully give of their time and experience without the thought of what they might gain in return. So the golden rule, that was Mary Kay's number one thing. Number two, she said the second cornerstone of our philosophy is our belief in the right priorities. And this is in her book, you guys. So if you ever doubt how Mary Kay believed, she said, God first, family second, and career third. And she said, I know many corporate chiefs who think we have our list upside down, but we feel that a person cannot do a professional job if his or her personal life is in conflict. We're perfectly satisfied to be in third place. I think that is beautiful, you guys, because there are so many people that have sacrificed their God, their faith, and their family to be at the top of their career ladder. And at the end of the day, for what? That's what Mary Kay says. She goes, if you lose your family and your faith over your business, what have you gained? She said nothing, And then she said, our third cornerstone is our belief in the beautiful potential inside each and every human being. We believe that with lots of praise and encouragement, everyone can be successful. So many have come to us lacking self-confidence. And they say, well, I'll try, or I might, or if I can. And Mary Kay used to say this all the time from the stage. She'd say it like that. She says, we teach them to throw those thoughts away and replace them with I can, I will, I must. And we used to say that all the time. And I know I've shared with a lot of you before that when I first joined Mary Kay, I heard a director talking fast and she goes, you got to, she says, I can, I will, I must. I can, I will, I must. And I thought, what is a can of willow musk? I thought it was a perfume that we saw that was in a can called Willow Musk. And I thought, I got to get me one of those can of Willow Musk if that's what it takes to be successful. I know you think, she wasn't very smart back then. But anyway, I learned it was I can, I will, I must. And we used to have, Mary Kay would take a soup can and you take the label off and then around it, you just put an eyeball on it. And that was your I can. And then, in your I can, you put your pencils and your pens and whatever else. And it was to remind you that you can do anything. So we all had our I can on our desk. Isn't that just special? Y'all might want to do that. She said, over the years, we found that positive encouragement and sincere praise works wonders. Everyone can be great. The seeds of greatness are planted within us all. God expects each of us to reach deep within ourselves and bring them into fruition. The countless success stories within our company are proof of this truth. And then I put a little star by this. It says the continued success of the company depends on these three philosophical beliefs, not upon me. For that reason, I've made sure that everyone in our organization knows how strongly we feel about these concepts. Every management decision is based on our philosophy. Every new consultant who is recruited on the basis of these beliefs and taught to live by them. When a consultant climbs our ladder of success and comes to Dallas for new director development, I once again reinforce our philosophy with her and her class. And she goes on along and talks about how this is the most important thing. Now, wouldn't you think that she would say, and the very most important thing is getting a booking and having $1,000 a week. And this is why, like right now, with COVID and all this mess going on, Mary Kay is still going to make it because we still have our philosophies. Now, we are having to do it in a different way in a lot of areas, do Zoom parties and Facebook parties and all this other kind of stuff. But if we keep the philosophy, then the company will still be here 10, 20 years from now. A lot of companies that had no philosophy, they had to close. Lots of people have had to close their business during this crazy time. And so Mary Kay, praise the Lord, I think the Lord has helped Mary Kay, definitely stay in business. And even though we are having some struggles with our shipping and things running out, it could have been so much worse. Honestly, when this came out and the toilet paper started running out, I said, Brad, what will we do? I don't know if y'all remember, but they closed a couple of distribution centers. I thought, what if they shut down Mary Kay? What will I do? I mean, like some of y'all do this on the side to make a little extra spending money. Some of us pay bills, like the lights are going to get turned off and the mortgage is going to be like, bye-bye. The foreclosure man's going to come if we don't make money with this too, And so I am so thankful when I think about it, that Mary Kay has been prepared as they have been, has learned to pivot and get us our stuff. And so even though every now and then we might get aggravated that our acne treatment gel we can't get and our 2-in-1 body wash, I mean, y'all just really think about it. We are so blessed of how much we can get and how much we can sell, and that Mary Kay is doing their very best to keep us in business. And we're doing well, And so I know that some of you guys you might think, you know what, I'm not doing that great. Well, and you know what, that's okay. Sometimes you just have to hang in there and you have to say, I'm going to survive through this. And then I'm going to thrive because I am not under any circumstances going to quit. And, when you ever think about quitting, that just is such a negative energy, and you're not going to attract any kind of bookings your way. You're not going to even feel like calling anybody because you're sitting over thinking you might quit. So I just thought tonight would be a good night, with the 19th anniversary of Mary Kay passing away, and to think about what she wanted us to do and her philosophies of what she wanted us to do for our business to keep our businesses going. So maybe think this week, what could I do to not only have a great Pink Friday sale, a great Small Business Saturday, a Cyber Monday, but what could I do to really enrich my customers' lives? What could I do to enrich my team members' lives this week? I mean, it's Thanksgiving. I sent out a text a few minutes ago, a couple hours ago, to my customers, and I told them about my Pink Friday sale, and I sent the picture, and I just said, I'm so thankful for you, and I truly am, and I think that is why my customers, like, I do try to give them little gifts every time they buy something. I do thank them. I had a lady that called me and she said, did you ever get rails on your front porch? Because I'm 78 years old and I can barely walk. I said, no, I did not. However, I will bring it to you. You know what I mean? And so, like, I will deliver it. And so sometimes you have to go above and beyond. I had another lady that she got my name from somebody else, and then she wanted this blush that we do not have. And y'all know, as Mary Kay consultants, I mean, to me, you could give me any Mary Kay blush and I can make it work. It's just cheap color, for crying out loud, right? But she wanted that one color. And I'm like, so I told her I had something else. She goes, just never mind. She was kind of short with me. And I'm like, well, whatever you think, this is my name and number. I said, if you decide you'd like to try one of these other ones, let me know. So then she finally decided she would, I think she called some other Mary Kay people and they didn't have it either. It's been gone 10 years. But anyway, so y'all, okay, am I going to make her break it with a blush sale? No, I mean, let's just be real, right? However, she texted me back and said she wanted a sample. So instead of just giving her one sample, I just did up a whole little pink love pack for her. I did the whole Mary Kay repair. I gave her some cheek color samples, lipsticks, and I took it to this lady's house. I'm an older lady, and so it's a couple weeks, and she told me she still don't like any of the blushes, but she wanted the cleanser, So I went by there and actually met her, and she was very kind and nice. And I think it just made her feel like when she met me, then she's like, well, who is your family? And I told her, and it's like, okay, now I have a relationship with this woman, and you never know. And it was a lot of effort just to sell one cleansing cream. But you know what? I know that, like, if you make that, I thought, well, Mary Kay do, she would do what I did. She would still try to make that one person feel important and speak to her, go to her house, give her a little extra. And so I even threw in a hand sanitizer. And so when she bought her cleanser, and so, and even at first she said, I don't know, that sounds real complicated, the cleanser. I'm like, it's not complicated. It's just a cleanser. You squirt out a tube and wash your face with it. But you know what I'm saying? But anyway, I mean, I didn't say it like that to her. I was very kind. So sometimes you think things and then you act right. Y'all know what I mean. So you really do try to do, like, we used to say, there used to be bracelets and it said WWJD, what would Jesus do? Right. And so then some of the Mary Kay gals were like, WWMK, or, what would Mary Kay do? And they used to say this all the time. They go, now, if surprisingly, they say this at the director training, they go, and she said it sometimes, she goes, if I just happen to show up in your town and wanted to spend the day with you, how would that look? Would you be excited that I was coming to spend the day with you? Or would that make you like, go into a panic mode, And I'm like, I'd go into a panic mode. She said, but she was talking to directors and she said, you need to be still having 3 to 5 parties a week. And you work your unit, 1 or 2 days a week and have your books full every single week. It's your job. So if I was to come, it should be no different than if that we go, okay, let's go to your parties this week. I'm gonna go to all your parties with you. And I'm telling y'all, we would just sit there and go, I got the point, Mary Kay. Because she expected us to work, you guys. There was none of this like, well, if you can get a face in, that'd be so awesome. You get a face. She just did not think that way, y'all. She was a big thinker, because if you remember her philosophy, it was to offer women opportunities and a career opportunity to make money. And she had to support her family with this money. And so in fact, she gave all her money and some of her kids' savings to start the company. So it was like she doubled down. She doubled down for Mary Kay. And she said, I'm all in. She pushed all the cards in. She said, I just knew that I took God as my partner and it was going to work, So I just wanted to give you that little Thanksgiving message. Mary Kay's favorite holiday was Thanksgiving because she loved having all her family in, and she used to talk about how she'd have all her family, and her grandson Ryan used to tell the story how grandmother, they called her grandmother would always have our family, but then there'd be like 40 other people that aren't in our family. We never know who was coming, but she would have a huge Thanksgiving at her house, and she always told us it was her very favorite holiday. More than Christmas, Easter, any of it was Thanksgiving. And because she really she had the heart of a giver. And so I think we can think about Mary Kay and the legacy she left, think about what we want to leave as Mary Kay's consultants, as moms, as sisters, as aunts, as daughters. What do we want people to say about us? And the last thing I was going to say is that I know more than y'all do. I don't know more than y'all do, but I have thought about this more than y'all do because I am a funeral singer. So there's a little group at my church and we sing at funerals. Sometimes we know the people, sometimes we don't. And they'll call us, and we haven't done any concern during COVID, but at other times it might be once or twice, 3 times a month. And so you're sitting there, and every time you just sit there and they're talking about that person, you're just like, I don't know about you, but I'm like, wonder what they're going to say about me. Wonder what that slideshow. I hope they get some decent pictures of me up there. Don't be showing some ugly pictures of me on my slideshow at the funeral, And but more than that, what's going to be on my tombstone? I mean, who would come? What would they say? So you know what? And that's not a morbid thing to think about. It's to think about, what do you want to leave behind? And a lot of people, are like, hey, if I died today, you know what? I have done my best. I have tried to bless others, and you can feel good about that. So, but it is intentional about leading with a legacy in mind what you want to leave. And so anyway, that's something y'all think about this week for Thanksgiving week. And I'm gonna let the director say something, but I will say for your Pink Friday, your weekend, I want to just say this, that Mary Kay asked us, the company, not to put on our public page our Pink Friday sales. Okay. A lot of y'all, I know, maybe have not got your little Mary Kay group up for your customers. Well, this is a time where you might be sorry you didn't, because and why do we not want to do that? You might say, that's just so stupid. I want to put it up there. I'm going to tell you why. Because let's say I put it on my public page and your friends are my friends, but they're your customers, and my sale is better than your sale. Now, what is a customer going to do? Customers are somewhat loyal, but if they saw it on your page and you're giving a better discount that I'm giving, why wouldn't they call you and not tell you that they buy Mary Kay from somebody else? So it's just the right thing to do is to do it to your customers on a private group page. And one thing you can do is email it out. You can text it out, and put it on that group page. That's what I've done. I've already texted out my special today. I will put it on my group page tomorrow, and then I will remind them, and I will email it out tomorrow as well, so that they can get their orders ready. So I'm only giving them the Pink Friday information. I'm not giving anything on Small Business Saturday or Cyber Monday. I will do that when Pink Friday is over. And actually my better deals are Pink Friday. And then the other are just, I'm doing something because I feel like I need to, right? So, and the other thing, that don't get hung up on your little flyer for Pink Friday. Just find something you like. You can do a flyer, or if you don't like it, just get a generic one and put that it's from you. It's just not that big a deal. So really do not get all hung up on, I can't find my flyer. I don't know how to do a flyer. I mean, you can do a flyer. You get Pic Collage, or ask someone in your family, like your teenager, to do one for you, or do it the old-fashioned way. Get on little, Microsoft Word or Publisher and do it, and screenshot a picture. Honestly, you could just type the words out of what the special is. So just don't make it too hard, you guys. But if you go to Facebook and you type in Mary Kay Pink Friday or Pink Weekend, there are a lot of cute little flyers out there. Okay. Ask your director to send you one, a generic one, and you can use whatever she does, or you can come up with one yourself. Okay. So that's what I got for you guys today. And I would love to have the sales directors just unmute, and anything you would like to say to for this Thanksgiving week.
Okay, it's Jana. I'll go. Okay. Am I unmuted? Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I am so thankful for each and every one of you. And I always look forward to this time together. And so, Cleta, thank you so much for sharing that. And I'm totally convicted if Mary Kay were coming to my town to spend the day with me, I promise I'll get to work and I'll book more tomorrow. I promise. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
And something else that has just been on my heart that I wanted to share. Two quick things. One thing, I have been listening to a Zig Ziglar podcast, and I like to listen to that when I'm getting ready. They've always got great ideas. And they were talking about why you're passionate about what you do and what you sell. And there was a guy that grew up, his father passed away early in life, and they did not have life insurance. And so this guy is passionate about selling life insurance. It is not, to him, it is not salesy at all. He is doing a service. And so I thought about what we do and the service that we provide. You know, I don't sell makeup just so I can help somebody look cute for the day. I sell makeup because I want someone to get up and feel good about themselves and feel valuable and feel confident. And so I thought, that is so powerful. It just had to remind me of my why. And I love that we do things for the right reasons. Like Mary Kay says, you know, golden rule, right priorities, and belief in people. And so I just felt like that was just kind of tied into that. And then one more thing. I don't know who on here has considered becoming a leader, but I want you to think not long and hard. I want you to think, I want you to think quick about it, because you've probably already been thinking about it. There are people that are on this call that are watching this that have skills that are unbelievable, we don't have them. Cleta doesn't have them. I don't have them. Everybody has been given special different gifts. And I believe that we're all called to multiply those gifts according to God. So what are you doing? Are you baking cookies with your gifts? And it's great if that's your gift. However, you're also probably, if you're here, you probably have gifts in Mary Kay. And so I just want you to think about that. We need you on our panel. We need you on our leadership panel. And so, you know, Mary Kay, that's our job, is to multiply leaders. And so Mary Kay, when she was in a position, she knew she was going to pass away. And so she equipped the future generations for this company and for what we needed to do. And I believe that is our vision. I know it's Cleta's vision, and Latrice, and each and every one of us. That's who's on my screen. So, but anyway, but that is our vision. And so we need you. We need your gifts. The world needs your gifts. So sorry, I just had to poke that in there tonight. So have a happy Thanksgiving, friends.
Thank you, girl. Thank you so much. I'm definitely thankful for you, Jana.
I'm so thankful for you, Cleta.
Okay, who's next?
Hey,
I'll go
go ahead and
next. Oh, go ahead, Lori.
I was just going to say, like Jana said, I'm thankful for definitely Cleta. You just do so much for so many, and I'm so grateful for you. And I'm thankful to have this Boss Babe call, because I know that sometimes, you know, it's Sunday afternoon and, you know, I didn't get a nap today, and, you know, but there's just something about going to the, you know, when you come and when you show up, you just feel better and more empowered and more enthusiastic about your business. And so I'm so thankful for that. And I'm thankful for each of you that log on here with us, because that just helps the energy, and it helps us have someone to speak to, and it makes a huge difference. I mean, and I know we have people watching on, you know, on the YouTube channel and watching on Facebook, but I just want to say thank you for jumping on here. And then the other thing that I wanted to say is just, I know that, you know, we all struggle sometimes with doubt, fear, insecurity, whatever. We struggle with being disciplined to do the work that we need to do for our business. And I'm usually pretty transparent, and I struggled with that some this week. And yesterday I had a huge goal that ended this morning. We were doing a missions drive at our church, and I had a very big goal of what I felt like God had laid on my heart to give. And I knew that was going to have to come from my Mary Kay business. And so even yesterday, you know, I just got on the phone and I texted some people that haven't bought from me before, you know, but that I know, and you know, and I just kind of threw it out there, not knowing what was going to happen. And so I just want to encourage you that, there are people that will still buy from you that, that they don't know what all Mary Kay has to offer. We think they do. One of the ladies that I texted, we were together at a women's conference one time, and I have tried to facial her before. I've tried to set up some appointments, but then, so I texted her, I'm like, hey, I'm donating everything that I sell 100% to this missions drive tomorrow. So will you just check out my website? And she's like, well, I don't really wear makeup. I said, we have so much more than makeup. Just check it out. And so a little bit later, she texted me back. It's like, wow, you do. And so I just wanted to encourage you that even when you kind of have that, I don't want to get on the phone, the more I did and the more orders started coming in, it got fun. And so sometimes you have to feel the fear and do it anyway. And especially when you have a big goal that is daunting to you, sometimes it makes you just want to shut down. But if you go ahead and push through and do it, you'll be surprised that people come through for you. And so anyway, I just wanted to put that out there. I don't know if anybody else has struggled with that this week or does from time to time, but feel the fear, do it anyway, and just talk to people that even if you've talked to them before, now is the time. Pink Friday, or all the things with holiday sales, and this is the time to push through and do it, and just surprise yourself with what you can accomplish. So
Yes, I love that.
That's
And
it.
you know what? I had a consultant this week. She did a large order, almost 900, and I thought, wow. And her name is Rhonda, and I looked at her. Sometimes, as directors, we can look at our consultants' orders, and I thought, what is she ordering? And I noticed, I thought, oh, I hope it isn't a mistake, because there was like 26 Ultimate mascaras, and then 10 Lash Love mascaras, and then 15 waterproof mascaras. I'm like, she might have hit the wrong number on these things. But then she texted me and she said that she's been doing this. She had a grandchild, and I don't remember if it's a grandson or a granddaughter. I want to think it's a grandson that passed away when he was young over some kind of illness. And she's been doing, she does these fundraisers. It's called Mascaras for Marty, I think whatever the grandson's name. Anyway, she gives 100% of the profit, just like Loree was talking about, from the sales of mascaras and eye makeup removers to this organization, to this whatever that she's doing for awareness. And so it was really, I hate that I didn't read it right before I came, but anyway, it has so motivated her just to call people. And she's selling other things too, but just like Loree, she sold a ton for that, and she's passionate about it because she's not making any money on it. She is just giving it to this cause. So anyway, I think it's great, Loree, to have something like that kind of pushes you to make those calls too. So thank you for that. Okay, Latrice.
Okay. Hey, I ditto everything that Jana said and Loree said. I love the leadership, because we definitely need more people to step up into leadership. And so I think we need the little can on our desk with the little eyes. Like, we have so many Mary Kay stories, but I have never heard that one. But anyway,
I was all over it.
Mary Kay was, y'all, she was so real, like so down to earth. And I am so blessed that someone offered me this opportunity. So ladies, y'all think about that this week during the Thanksgiving holiday and Christmas too. There are women out there that would absolutely love what we do. Like, we will never know, and they will never know how great they would have been unless we share this business with them. And so something that I have been doing the last few weeks is I have personally been delivering products, and we're social distancing, but y'all, these people are starved for attention. Do you hear me? For connection, not so much attention. I stayed at a lady's house for over an hour the other day, and we really weren't even talking about Mary Kay. We were just in general, just having a conversation about life. And it has just meant so much to me and to them, is to get out. Today, I went and delivered something to a lady. She's probably 75. She showed me all these antiques in her house and stuff, and told me where they came from. And just, it was that connection. She has missed that. And I've also been giving everybody the hand sanitizer and telling them the story that started back in March, and that's why we became essential. So I'm like Cleta when she said earlier in this call, y'all, this company has always had God protecting it. And there's companies that have shut down because they could not work their business because of this. And, something else that you said too, Cleta, that made me go, that is so true, is people that quit Mary Kay were not ever all in. They did not get the connection. And so I'm just saying, if there's anyone out there that's listening tonight, wherever you are, if there's something that you need help with, reach out to us. We want you to stay. I'm a forever person in Mary Kay. I love Mary Kay. Mary Kay is attached to me, okay? And the person and the company and everybody there. And years ago, we're farmers. We have trucks and all that stuff. And one of our friends, they own a trucking company. And he gets this magazine every month, and it's for truckers. And it had the Mary Kay pink Peterbilt trucks in there. And he sent it to me, and he gave it to me. And he said, that is so crazy. Mary Kay has 0 turnover drivers. Like once they're hired to drive a Mary Kay truck, they never want to leave. He said there's 0 turnover. So y'all, that speaks volumes even from that part of our industry. But anyway, I can go on and on. I love to talk about Mary Kay. But anyway, y'all have a great Thanksgiving, and I appreciate y'all. I'm very thankful. Oh my gosh, thankful for all of y'all. So have a good one.
That is a great story about those Peterbilt trucks. That is really good.
Yep.
Okay. Who else would like to say anything? Any other director want to say anything, or consultant? You guys want to say anything?
Well, I will, Cleta.
Okay, go ahead, Connie.
Thank you.
Hi, Lisa.
Well, I want to ditto everything that they already said. I agree. This Sunday night call means the world to me. Thank you so much for opening it up to all of us. I learned so much from all of you. I'm very thankful for all of you that are on this call, and especially Cleta for putting this together. And it's funny that you mentioned the hand sanitizers, Latrice, because I too have been making sure that everyone knows how we became an essential company and how we were able to keep our employees at the manufacturing plant, at the distribution centers, and everything completely employed throughout the whole thing, and how great this company is because of that. And now I carry my hand sanitizer in the purse, and we were in Myrtle Beach this past week, and I was at Tanger Outlet, and they had hand sanitizer stations everywhere. And I was standing in line, and this lady was like, oh my gosh, my hands smell awful. This is just terrible. And I pulled my hand sanitizer out, and I'm like, well, here, let's try this and see if it makes it better. And I sprayed it on her hands. And so of course she wanted my card. So I encourage you guys, take your hand sanitizer, keep it with you, because even though they have them everywhere, it doesn't smell good. It doesn't feel good. Then I gave her a squirt of my satin hands on her hand too, so that her hands felt better. But I just wanted to share, another thing about Thanksgiving, and it comes from Rick Warren. We've been doing a small group, the 40 Days of Prayer. Our whole church has been doing it, and then my husband and I've kind of been leading a small group with this. And one of the things that he said tonight that really stood out to all of us, because we do this right before this call actually, was that we should always thank God in advance for what he's going to do for us. And that faith is thanking him before he does it. And gratitude is when you thank him after he does it. And none of us had ever really thought of it that way. And so I just wanted to share that. And he said the highest form, and this is from Rick Warren, the highest form of faith is thanking God before he delivers his promises to you. So in this week of Thanksgiving, I just, as we were thanking everybody for everything, and for each other, and, as we're thanking God for everything that he does, when we are asking him for things, thank him before he does it. And then we can relax in what he's about to do for us, and we'll see the miracles happen.
I love that. That's a great reminder. Thank him in advance for the best month we have ever had.
That's right.
Sisters.
Right.
Okay. Sayla, I think I heard you.
Yeah. Hey, everybody. What a great call. And ditto to everything that everyone has said. Thanksgiving is by far my favorite holiday, just because, it is a great time to say thank you to others. And I just want to encourage everyone, on your Pink Friday sale, like Cleta said, because I'm not that technical. And so if I can't find it somewhere, I just typically have to text whatever it is out, but that's okay. All your customers need to know is that you are having a sale. It doesn't have to be fancy. I just encourage you. When I first started my Pink Friday sales, Cleta, she had been at it a lot longer than me, and she would blow me out of the water every year. But as I've done it each year, I mean, her sales are still great, but every year my sales have increased. And it is important to go ahead and do that and let your people know that is what you're doing. And I just want to encourage each of us to be good to ourselves. I think sometimes we are so hard on ourselves to be picture perfect and, superstar Susie. You don't have to be that. Just be good to yourself, and we'll get through this week and do an awesome Pink Friday, because everyone out there it's a Thanksgiving like we've never had before, like every other holiday in 2020. I know for us, our family is not as, like, I usually host Thanksgiving, and I like a lot of people, but it's just our little 8 people, and then this little 93-year-old veteran that I've adopted, and he's going to come join us. It's a man I met. That's another story, but on the side of the road, and I've kind of adopted him and take him food. And but there are people out there that don't have family. I encourage you to just keep your eyes open for that. And then I wanted to close in church today. The verse that we had was in 1 Thessalonians 5, verse 16, and it says, "Rejoice always, pray without ceasing, and give thanks in all circumstances, for this is the will of God in Christ Jesus for you." So, you know what? To give thanks in everything, even though things for some people are kind of rocky this year, the Lord knows, and He's got us in the palm of His hand, and He will make our crooked paths straight. So, everyone have a happy Thanksgiving.
That was awesome, Sayla. Thank you. Thank you for that. Okay. Did anyone else want to say anything?
Just really quick. Hey, it's Katie.
Okay.
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can.
Okay, Sayla, I just love your heart so much. Thank you so much for sharing. That was awesome. I just wanted to encourage you guys. So the month of November is not over yet. So it's only the 22nd. And I know that some have said, oh my goodness, it's Thanksgiving week, so I'm going to take the week off. Like, no, don't do that. Don't do that. And Cleta, thank you for zeroing in on the heart of Mary Kay and why we do what we do, and why we're, it's one of the many reasons why we're still around. But one of the things that I decided whenever I decided I was going to move into leadership was which company aligns with my priorities and my morals and my values. And Mary Kay was the only one through and through and through. And the loyalty that you'll receive with your customers and with your sister consultants when you really do show them the heart of Mary Kay will really open your eyes. It will really open your eyes. And the last thing I wanted to say was, with Pink Friday and Pink Weekend and everything, I want to just repeat everything that everyone else said. But also, I've been taking the opportunity, if you have had a crazy year, like all of us, and you have not had a chance to connect with your customers, then take this opportunity, because like we've said, make sure that you message them, you call them, but really take a minute and connect with them. Because like what Latrice said, and some others, like, people really are starving for that connection. And isn't that what we're all about? And so I really encourage you that, even if you're just doing something small, like free shipping, it doesn't matter. It's exciting. Get
Mhm.
excited about it and share it with your people, and really invest in them as well. And that's really all I wanted to share. And I love Thanksgiving time. I'm so excited. It's just going to be me and my 3 kids and my husband. But you know what? It's going to be great. It's going to be awesome. So thanks so much for letting me share.
Yeah. Thank you, Katie. Thank you so much. And you guys, one of the things, even though my sale isn't till Friday, I did reach out to everyone earlier in the week to tell them about my limited edition items, and that if they wanted them, they could do it. They could go ahead and call me and go tell me the stuff that's limited edition, that I would put it aside for them, because when it's gone, it's gone. So some of you that have limited edition items, you want to really promote that, as where, like, I did a small video and I just sent it to my whole customer base. And I said, I showed them all the stuff. I had my basket and I showed them all, kind of like a little virtual open house. And I said, I only have 4 of these left. So if you want them, you need to go ahead and text me. I'll put it aside. And like the 12 days of faves, I'm like, I only have 12 of these left, or 8 of these left, you know? And so right after I sent it out, I had some people go, okay, go ahead and put aside the one of those little mini sponges things, and one of the, you know, like that kind of stuff. And I'm gonna tell you the truth, I probably wouldn't have sold them, because my customers tend to order cleanser, eye makeup remover, mascara. Instead of the holiday, they tend to order what they use. It's more like, I'm ordering for me. I'm not thinking about Christmas presents. So by showing some of that stuff, if you have a group page, this would be a good time just to go live. Don't worry about everything. Like Sayla said, keep it simple. Just hold up the box and go, I just want to show you a couple of things that I have. They're limited edition. I'm doing a special on Friday. Or if you haven't planned a special, say they're on special today. Just give me a buzz. I'll tell you what they are. Text me for the price. I mean, you can do that too. You know, some people are doing their pink week, like they're starting all week and doing it. So it really doesn't matter. And what Sayla said is so true. The first year you do it, you may only, what if you only sold $100 on Friday? Well, that's okay. What if next year you sold 500, and then the next year you sold 1,000? I mean, you have to start somewhere. And the first open house I did, I joined Mary Kay September. So I ordered all this holiday stuff, and I had this big open house in my little tiny apartment, and I had 3 people come. I think it was my sister, 2 of my friends. And I'm like, I didn't sell hardly anything. And I mean, like literally, I was less than $100. And I thought, I don't even know what I'm doing. But y'all, I kept doing it year after year after year. And then people go, are you still having the open house? Then I switched up a few years ago and started doing the Black Friday thing instead of an open house. And, you know, but you got to get it started. So don't worry about it. If you're new, you have to put it in perspective of how many customers you have. So let's say I only have 10 customers. Well, don't expect you're going to sell $7,000. I mean, that's not going to happen. So if you have 10 customers and half of the people place a $20 order, maybe sell $200, and that's great. And you might could book something from them, give them samples, you know. So anyway, don't be hard on yourself. The biggest thing is just to try, just to get it started, you know. And in the hand sanitizers, my only problem with the hand sanitizers is I think I've got 7 left. We can't get any more, right? Yet? Are they still out, you guys? I think we're limited to 20, right? Can we buy as many as we want, or just 20?
I think
Just
we're
20?
limited at this point.
So see, I'm about out of that stuff, but you know, they will make more of those. They'll make some more. And so I say, hey, that's my last one, but they are loving it. They open up that box. First thing they do is take it out and spray it. And they go, it doesn't smell like nasty tequila. I'm so excited because that stuff stinks so bad. Anyway, well, you guys, thank y'all for coming in tonight. Love seeing all of you. Thank you for all our YouTubers that are watching right now, and have a great Thanksgiving. And really, I can't wait to see y'all next Sunday night and see how everybody did. And no matter what you do, if you at least try, I'm going to be proud of you. And so will your director. That's the truth. If you at least try, if you sit there and go, well, you read in the Bible about the talents, and the one that had 1 talent and was so scared they hid it under a rock because they didn't want to lose that 1 talent. What did Jesus think that was very good? No. Matter of fact, they took the talent, gave it to the one that had 10, right? So you better at least try. Don't just say, I just don't know what to do, so I'm not going to do anything. That's wimpy. That is not a boss babe. Can I get a witness? Okay. We're going to leave it on that. Thank y'all so much. Have a beautiful week. And we will we will see y'all next Sunday night, and the month won't even be over. So we have lots to accomplish to win your jewelry this month and everything else to really have a jam up November. I know y'all can do it. We're thanking God in advance for that. So, and I
sure.
thank God for all of you. All right,
Amen.
everybody.